Good morning, Hope class. Happy hump day. Only one more day of school this week, and then we all get a 4-day break. I know you're looking forward to it, and so am I. I want to encourage all of you to continue with your workouts. You are doing fantastic, but it's really important during these times that you are physically active. It's going to help you physically as well as mentally. So continue to do those workouts. You're doing great. Just keep me posted on your progress. I know many of you are working on your love letter, and what I want to do this morning is share one more letter with you, and it's the one that started the whole thing with the love letter. And the story goes, a number of years ago, a student at SFCA, a freshman just like you, came up to me one day and said, Coach, what can I do for extra credit? And of course, she caught me off guard, and I didn't have any idea. So I said, listen, let me think about it, and let's talk about it tomorrow. So the next day she comes up to me, I turn around and she's standing right there and she says, Coach, what is it that I can do for extra credit? And to be honest with you, I have not even given it another thought. And then I think there was one of those moments that God intervened and it came to me. And again, I'm not smart enough to create this by myself, but that's where the love letter was born. So I gave her the assignment. It's the night before your wedding. I want you to write a letter to your husband and say whatever it is you want to say. She says, fantastic, great, and off she goes. And the very next day she shows up and she hands me this letter. When I read it, I cried. Every year since, when I pull it out and I read it again, I cry. And when she gave me the letter originally, I was overwhelmed by her words. And what I did is I asked her if I could share with a number of other teachers and administrators, and she said, of course. I said I would take your name off it so no one knew that it was you. And so what I would do is I would go hand this letter, this is the original letter, to teachers and administrators. I'd hand it to them, I'd step back, and I'd wait about 30 seconds. And then I would watch the tears just roll up in their eyes and then come streaming down their face. And I did this numerous times. And some would finish reading it with tears in their eyes, fold it back up, hand it to me, and just walk away and couldn't even say anything. So here is the letter, and I'm going to do my very, very best to read it to you. I am not sure how it's going to go. When I read it about 30 minutes ago, I cried again. It's a combination of, it's from her heart, the young lady, who she is, and her words. They're just overwhelming to me. So I am going to sort of gather myself, and then I will try to read this letter for you. Okay, here we go. Dear future husband, it is the day before our wedding, and I would just like to say how much you mean to me. You mean more to me than words can explain. Tomorrow I will make it known that you are the only one I would ever want to be with for the rest of my life, and till death. I've been waiting a long time for you. I prayed every night when I was younger that God would allow me to find you, my perfect match. Without you, my life would not be complete. There would always be an emptiness in my heart that only you could fill. I have tried so many times to find a guy like you. When I was younger, I spent all my time searching for you. All I was left with was a broken heart, for they could not fill it. And then one fortunate day, God led me straight to you. And I consider that day to be a blessing sent from Him, one that I will never forget. I dreamt about tomorrow. I dreamt about the gown I would wear, the pastor I would hire, the song we would dance to. But I could really never dream of a man as perfect as you. And believe me, I tried. I tried to envision you down at the front of the altar, standing there, hands crossed, smiling at me like you did the first day we met. I know I don't deserve you, and that I am certainly no prize. I can't offer you much except for my love and understanding. But the one thing I can offer you without a doubt, is my purity. I made a promise to you, myself, and God that I would remain pure until I said, I do, to you. I resisted many temptations that were thrown at me, and no matter what, I made sure that I was as pure as I could be, because I knew that's how you would want me tomorrow. I saved myself for you, and only for you, for I would never toss out my purity to someone other than you. They did not deserve me, because they had no intention of keeping me once they got what they wanted. But you did, and for that I am truly grateful. I was only given my purity once, and I made sure that the only person I would ever give it to was you. I can only hope you did the same for me.